Hi, I hope you're doing well. To all my friends out there, I know it's been a while. I've had, um, I've actually done videos. I need to post them. They're in the backlog. They're not, they're not, they're not never getting posted, but they're not getting posted right away. Because I did one last week, a third little guess, but, um, yeah. For various reasons it didn't get posted on time, and it can still get posted for like emergencies and if I don't do Thanksgiving this year or whatever, you know, in case I feel like taking my birthday off. But in the one I is in the backlog, I point out that I think that they are going to do some version of metal. The the crisis like event, um that they did a couple years back. Doesn't matter how many. Because they've done like bunches of crises. For you Marvel fans, think Secret Wars only bigger. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, especially for Final Crisis, which I think I understand it. I just don't particularly feel that ball should have been thrown. It could have been like a, a reference to Wave Rider, and yes, I know, and yes, I know they're making comic books now that is kind of that the comics are kind of like um the Walmart comic they did as a trial run. Yes, I'll be reading. Yes, I'll be reading some of them. Not all. I can't promise to do all, but that's neither here nor there. If they don't tie in the way I suspect, oh well. If they bring in Booster Gold, for example, in one of those, then no harm, no foul. But what I think they're going to do is if they do some version of metal, right, and make it like this big extravagant thing like they did with Crisis, they aren't going to include Dream. Dream is just gonna appear in his own Sandman thing, and it's like if they include Wesley Dodds, they aren't going to include Dream Sandman. Dream's gonna be off in his own little bubble for quite a while. That's my first guess. Second guess. The old man in yesterday's why did I say yesterday? Last week's episode trailer of Legends of Tomorrow is going to be the best representation of Booster Gold that we have, if anything. I don't think it probably won't be Booster Gold, but he's our best hope. You know, if they bring in Booster Gold to the TV show at all, it's going to be with that old man because he looks crazy and he's not reputable. He's not like Booster used to be. He's more like, oh, he's nuts now. And I can really see Legends of Tomorrow doing that. Now, one of the reasons I didn't particularly post the now dated episode is I feel I was kind of hard on Katie Lotz. I have nothing against her. I even state that in the video. But what I don't like is that they turned Sarah Lance into Booster Gold, and that doesn't sit well with me. Sarah Lance should be Sarah Lance. If you want to write a separate character, then write a separate character. Don't just turn Sarah into Booster. You know, that's not cool. And that's why I think they make Booster into like an idiot. Um, I don't think that Rip's gonna come back in the next season. Maybe. I think if he does come back at all, though, he'll come back at the end. Because you gotta remember, Legends of Tomorrow is wrapping up. And if they don't make it all about Sarah, if they don't make it all about Sarah, then put this. If they don't make it all about Sarah, then we might see a nice diverse web of characters sliding into getting that last hurrah. We might see Rip for one last time, but I doubt that we're gonna see him for like everything, or like that Rip was pulling the strings. I mean, to answer my original question that started me on this little guess, my guess, will they bring back Rip Hunter? Probably for the season finale of the last season. Just like they'll bring back Nick or Captain Cold. They'll finally explain what happened to Captain Cold. And it won't be like, oh, he's safe on another world. It will be he got turned into Data, or he got blown up, or something bad. It's never like, oh, Leonard's not perfect, perfectly fine. It's never perfectly fine. That's what keeps comics going. If if everything was fine, then it would all just work out. But that's not how they write comics anymore. They don't write comics like everything's gonna work out fine. They didn't have Doctor. They didn't have the Watchmen characters crossover with the DCU for no reason, or they didn't have Convergence for no reason. Well, Convergence don't get me wrong, it's all about money, but there's always a reason for the crises in story anyway. Never, oh my goodness, in story, everything worked out. When Batman and Superman went missing originally in the original, I Infinite Crisis, they had 52 to balance that out because the world wouldn't be fine without them. But anyway, there's gonna be some reason. It's not gonna be, oh, and he just showed up to get a bagel. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna get um Black Beetle near at all anymore. I still think it would be cool, but I don't think he's gonna show up because if they're smart, they'll just keep him for the Awesome Blue Beetle series. It's not gonna be called the Awesome Blue Beetle series, but I think it's awesome that we're getting a Blue Beetle series. And yeah, I mean, took years, but it's finally happening. I would still like them to reference that, oh, the old man's been doing whatever he's been doing in Booster Gold 9 and the the original 9 of Booster Gold anyway. But I don't think they will. Like I said, I think if anything, he's gonna say, "Welcome to the Fixed Point. It's a bar," or we're gonna try ripping off Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but not in a good way. Or it's gonna be in the bowling alley again, the Fixed Point. I really didn't like that. I mean, but that's neither here nor there. At this point, Legends of Tomorrow lives on Goofy. It wants, if they won't do like serious stories where, oh, the lesson is bad guys lie sometimes. Serious stories are for Superman and Lois, or Naomi, or one of the other DC shows. But my guess number 3, keep up. We're on 3. I didn't count the other one. My guess is that that finale is not gonna be serious. It's gonna be goofy, and it's gonna be that way on tonight's episode too, where he's gonna say, "Welcome to the Fixed Point," and they're gonna be like, "Why are we here?" And they aren't gonna bring in the clones till they like want to blow them up or whatever. It's not gonna be a real struggle with humanity. It's gonna be And they're melting, you know? They're not going to bring in the clones till the very end of the season. That's probably my guess there. For I'm kind of happy they are bringing in the Legends of Tomorrow in the comic book. I might pick that one up, even though I said that the book itself, it's kind of the book series itself seems kind of iffy. I am kind of happy they are bringing in Legends of Tomorrow because maybe then I'll get something I really want, which is a crisis that affects the Legends. Because the Legends have been off in their own little world so long, they need something that affects them. You know, it's no stakes. Oh, it can just reset at any time. And now that they're bringing them into the book, and you see that they might be in the crisis, they are gonna try to affect them. That was one of my big beefs in the original video that I did for last week. And I was wrong about um the cameras being a play on the Rip episode where Rip's the director in season 2, and he meets George Lucas. I was disappointed about that they didn't go back there, but I don't know. Last week's episode was, I don't know, wasn't bad, wasn't good, just I don't know. You know, they had to address an episode of what I'm complaining about in this little guess most, that they've just been off in their own little bubble for so long that nothing. They have to be they have to be serious eventually, and it's like, yeah, if we do get Booster Gold, he's going to be 80s Booster Gold, where he was a complete sellout. Of he was the Johnny Cage of the DCU, and I'm not sure I want that. I mean, that or they're going to kill the old man. Those are my two. Those are my two guesses on the old man. I mean, I've done 4 guesses so far. At least I think 4. I've tried to keep count, but um, I don't want him to be Johnny Cage. I want him to be Booster Gold. So, do I think they're going to bring in Red Death? I'd like it, but like I said, if they do metal at all, they're gonna. It's not gonna be the same metal because Dream was quintessential to that. So don't worry, all the guesses will be in the comment section, or not comment section. I'm having I'm having a real brain fart day. But um will be in the dongle below. They will all be present and accounted for. So you can count them off on when you're watching Legends of Tomorrow. When you're watching Legends of Tomorrow today. I'm sure I'll be wrong. I cannot more often than I'm right, but I cannot stress this enough. I do not have a team. I just wanted to illustrate that you can guess too. It's not hard. Movie Bob and all the others, as cool as he is, they make it seem hard. And I'm operating. It's a it's a very very small team. It's just me and my mom. And yeah, I will notice that I get some right. It's not all misses, but it's not all hits either. Point of the show is that you can guess too. I'm Bob, and that has been my guesses. But and I think they're calling it Earth Prime because Superboy Prime is gonna be in it. So that's the last one. Bob out.